Welcome back to Killzone. I'm Blind Sally.
And I'm 9-Gear Crow.
And we're looking at garbage on the ground right now.
Yeah. Looks like, what was that, a crushed juice box or something?
Looked like. Here comes a jet pike.
Yeah.
This is a vehicle that we can actually blow up if you can get enough concentrated fire on it. Not with the ISA assault rifle, forget about it, but I take a shot there anyways. And here the Hellgas come funneling through a single corridor, allowing us to easily shoot them all down.
Yep, they all bunch up into a group, and they don't use cover. Ever.
Ever. The Hellgas are,
Yep.
I don't know what their training regime is, but it doesn't help them on their Vectin invasion, frankly.
Hmm. It's like... I know, like... I'm just trying to imagine, like, Scholar Vasari overseeing the Hellgas training, and it's like, okay, now, everyone, bunch up together in a single group, and just run directly at the enemy. Do not stop and cover yourself or anything.
Yeah. You may notice that that Hellgas, rather than wearing a helmet, a Stormtrooper helmet, was wearing a beret. That is the Helgan Scout. He is often armed, well, much the same as everyone else and goes down with the same amount of hits. But in other Killzone games, the Scouts actually have a specialized role and usually have SMGs or they just run with grenades or whatever. In this game, it's just sort of a minor aesthetic thing. So now we're even deeper in the city. We're now like between building to building combat, not fighting in the streets. So I feel we're still fighting through World War II at this point. If you wanted to condemn Killzone for being a dull World War II military shooter with gray-brown colors, I think this would be a pretty compelling argument for that. Ultimately, though, this game is quite colorful and has quite a range of biome diversity, I guess I'd say.
Hmm. Yeah, like we're gonna be going through snow levels, jungle levels, a giant goddamn seawall.
Your favorite level, as I recall.
That was the thing that made me rage quit the game the first time I played Killzone, was that endless seawall.
But I would say Guerrilla Games has us doing a lot of guerrilla warfare at this point. There was a melee attack. I think I did it a couple times before, but melee attacks are very scripted. If you melee attack an enemy and it's going to kill him, you will jump into a scripted animation where you will actually physically hit him and he'll bounce back. If you melee an enemy and he has too much health, you don't actually kill him. You will swing your weapon and it'll make the sound like you hit him, but the enemy will act unfazed and will probably shoot you a couple times because the melee function of this game was sort of tacked on and lame.
And there's no invincibility frames in Killzone, is there?
I don't think so. I don't think I play a lot with melee weapons in this playthrough. I would have to go back and double check. I don't think there are invincibility frames. You may have also noticed that the ISA speak in American accents and the Hellgas speak in British accents. And when I say the Hellgas speak in British accents, I mean they speak in one British accent because they're all basically clones.
Yeah.
They've all got the same voice. The Hellgas are basically, this is Attack of the Clones from Star Wars. They are literally stormtroopers. They all have the same speaking lines. I assume that was just a limitation of the PlayStation 2. But I mean, even Killzone 2, they all pretty much speak in the same voice.
Yeah, they have two settings, essentially, Orc and Sean Pertwee.
Yeah, pretty much. What am I doing there? Oh yeah, I remember that you can actually look up objectives in this game by pressing select. I did some research. We're not going to LP Killzone Shadowfall or Killzone Mercenary because I don't own a Vita or a PS4. But I did some research and I found out that Killzone Shadowfall is one of the first games to have the Helghast speaking something other than a generic British accent.
Really?
Which is interesting. I won't go into that because it's spoiler territory, but yeah. Interesting.
Very interesting.
And so you may have noticed that, on the surface, it looks like the Helghast are all, generic, everyone's the same kind of thing, but I've already pointed out that there are subtle differences. There are unique individuals. You do have, the Helghast who wear berets. They're not all just generic clones all the time, right? But at first glance, the Helghast look like just a bunch of army of clones. Again, it seems to me that Guerrilla's making some sort of commentary on homogeneity and whether or not, everyone being the same is a good thing, whether or not communalism or individualism is a good thing or bad thing. Hard to say. Our good guys that wear masks, they all have individual personalities, right? So it seems like maybe the good guys, the Americans, the ISA, the heroes, right? They're willing to take off the masks and wear their face, but when you actually look at the character models for the ISA, you'll notice something. They're all, Caucasian, mid-20, bald, white guys. All of them.
Yeah, they're all default Shepard from Mass Effect.
Pretty much. The ISA soldiers are just as generic as the Helghast soldiers. I think there's maybe one or two female characters, or one or two, people of color. For the most part, just white guys. Both sides are super samey.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, as we go further into the series and we start seeing, a little bit more diversity among the Helghast, they become a little more fleshed out, but yeah, right now, the game is definitely playing with your expectations.
Yeah. But that will come.
I think there's... Yeah, there's literally, only 3 women on the ISA side.
We get to meet all of them in this
Luger,
game.
Yep, Luger, Evelyn, and General Vaughton's little bridge bunny.
There's more than that, but it's not much of an exaggeration, frankly. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next video.